And I usually don't say some things at this point in time, but because of a lot of things that have been happening, and I know Marysville, we're all caught up in the legalization of marijuana. And a lot of people don't know my background, but I've been involved with the anti-marijuana movement as a school administrator for the past 27 years. Well, 28 years, 29 years if you not count the administration part. And I have done, I'm one of the nation's leading experts on drug alcohol influence indicators. And I can spot somebody who's stoned a mile away, so I'm not going to look in your eyes tonight to see who's stoned and not stoned, I don't really care. But the legalization of marijuana is going to affect and is affecting our nation in a very negative way. It's killing our country and killing our kids. And I've had many extreme situations with marijuana, with cartels, with people threatening to kill me on many occasions, might add, parents and cartel members. So I know what the trip is. I've had experiences where I've had students who have eaten Schwan waffle cookies. I don't know if you ever heard of those. Some people have. They eat them. That's great. But they're edible marijuana who have gone comatose on me after they threw up on me all over my body. Full body vomit. It's great. Everybody should wear that. It leaves an impression on you when you rush that person off to the hospital and you don't know if they're going to die or not. Now, I bring this up because we are at a pivot point in our nation's history. There are people that are spending billions of dollars to introduce our children to marijuana right now. And the cartels are here, and we might have one or two in the room who's going to report this back. I understand how it works. But we need to put ourselves on the line and understand the degree of the most dangerous drug on the planet, which is marijuana. And it really got even more exponentially dangerous when they started hybridizing it, and we got the high content THC. And now we have wax, which is butane honey oil. We could walk you through the process. I'm sure some of you have heard about this. Your city, our city, is being waxed to death. 100% THC content. 100%. And if you've ever seen a student stoned on wax, it's a life-threatening situation. Now people are saying, well, there's no reportable evidence that marijuana has killed everybody. Well, we're starting to get the evidence now. And the reason why I brought this up is because I was really happy because we've been pounding our head for years against marijuana. And everybody says, well, there's no evidence, there's no nothing. So finally I said, okay, back off, let's get the evidence. I know what the evidence is. I've been there, done that. But there has been, on a mass scale, no evidence. Well, now, after 2 years in Colorado, we have the evidence. It's killing kids. And it's going to be on a mass scale if it's further legalized. The most important, I think, document that come out of what's called the Rocky Mountain High Intensity Drug Trafficking Area report came out about a month and a half ago, and we first reported it, and we contacted these people. I have been in touch with principals in Jefferson County, Colorado for the last 3 years. Their unanimous consent is we are killing kids, we are losing a generation of kids because of marijuana and the profits of the cartels. The legalization effort is a flop. Taxing the cartels means nothing because they don't pay the tax. They let everybody else, the dispensaries, they pay the taxes, but they want to have that tax out there so they can raise the price of marijuana to that tax level and they can reap the profits because they'll never pay the tax. Marysville has been targeted by the cartels because of your economic situation. You're viewed as a city and a community. By the way, and I'm not just blasting marijuana or Marysville. This is all throughout California. You know what the distress is and the distress level with the cities. But they target you because of the growing areas. They've got vast capability to grow marijuana out here in this area, and your city is supposed to profit from it. I would posit this. You will kill kids in the end. not just in Marysville, but when they start distributing and exporting out of Marysville, as they're doing now with all the foothill regions, all that marijuana is going out to the other countries even, joining in the cartel mix. It's killing kids in other parts of the country. Marijuana is about $5,000 a pound right now, just for the weed. Used to be, it was like $500 a pound. Huge profit margin there, but the drug itself is killing kids. And now we have the reports on this. The information is flooding in. It's going to continue to flood in from the states of Washington and Colorado. And so when people say there is no evidence, you need to go and read about the traffic deaths, the drug drivers' offenses that are going on, and what's happening to the kids. I talk to principals, like I said, and they see this complete wiping out of a generation because kids are smoking in the classroom. Sure, take a little wax, put it in your e-cig, nobody knows you're doing it. It's going on in this community. And the cartels are laughing at us. Wake up, people. Wake up. Oh, hey, I'm sorry. I just had, because you're here, you need to know the facts. Perhaps when one student or one person gives you a full-body vomit case, you might be left with the impression that maybe as you watch him being wheeled off and put into the ambulance, you might be able to say, well, maybe marijuana is bad. And check into the emergency room situation. In the emergency rooms of Colorado hospitals today, physicians are finally waking up and recognizing the ill effects of marijuana on the heart, especially of 17 to 25-year-olds, and the tachycardia and near cardiac arrest that happens. This is happening today. I'm sure it's happening in Marysville right out. The hospital personnel are just not coached in it. Or, and I'll put this out on the table, the hospital personnel and medical people, they're part of the problem. When I used to get drug reports back, I used to get these kids, they would be busted, and we send them off, and they go get a blood test or a urinalysis. Kid standing there admits, and we know that he's been a marijuana smoker consistently. We catch him with the body stoned out of his mind, goes and gets a blood test, goes and gets a urine test, comes up negative. Hundreds of times I've had that happen. The medical industry needs to wake up too. But I'm just telling you. Okay, anyway, so I just ran a little bit. That's all the notes I got to sign. Anyway, thank you very much for being here, guys. Really appreciate it. And good luck, Larry. You have some final words.